What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this emergency update of the Coastal Cast Live. We are talking about an Arctic blast, which is going to impact our area over the next 24 hours here. So we're going to get through today. Tomorrow's going to be warm, highs in the 60s, and then bam, smack you in the face overnight. You're going to wake up Monday morning and feel like you're in a totally different area of the country. So Arctic blast is coming. The big reason for this is these two things: the Arctic blast, the cold temperatures that are going to be impacting our area, as well as the potential winter storm for the southeast and the deep south, looking more and more likely to happen. Timing, strength, and total accumulation are the three things that are kind of up in the air at this point right now. And we're going to go over some models here and take a look at that, but we're getting closer, but we're still a little ways out from the impacts of what could be a potential winter storm here. We're not going to lie, it's probably going to happen, but the impacts are a little unknown at this point right now. We know something is going to happen. However, we don't have that total accumulation and timing and total strength of the storm kind of under wraps as of yet, because a lot of things can change. There's a lot of variables in the atmosphere. We could suck some warm air into the system. We can the storm can track a little bit further south and take a lot of that moisture needed to create snow and freezing precipitation here along the Grand Strand away with it. So a lot of variables here. I'm looking at models and determining that this low pressure system is forecast to strengthen slightly as we go through the next couple days, but again, a lot can happen between now and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're going to take a deep dive into things, and we're going to start here with the Arctic blast. We're going to take a look at some temperatures here as we kind of go through the next couple days. So I'm going to scroll out here on the radar and just take a look at temperatures. This is the GFS model. We are going to go to temperatures under the GFS model, and this is the most current 12Z model. And you can see that Arctic blast is really starting to make its way across the country, dipping down into parts of the central United States, down into Oklahoma, Texas area, and really starting to get chilly. Chilly is not even cold, just downright freaking cold. We'll just say that. So we're going to play this out here for you. I have a little bit of an issue today with my maps loading here, so it may take a few seconds to kind of bring some of that up, but we will keep kind of going on with it here. And as you can see, we've got some individuals here. Obviously, home is home to me, but we've got some people across the country that we give normal weather reports to, friends and family. So if you want to have your name on this map, please feel free to reach out, and we will give you updates and set warnings for your area and things like that, to kind of get information out to you as needed, and we can give you specific updates for what's going on in your specific area at any time. So you see names pop up on this, that's why. So we're going to kind of roll through here. These are temps. You can see that Arctic blast starting to work through. This is going to be Monday at 1 a.m. Very cold as we move through. To start the day, we are looking at temperatures in the 20s here along the Grand Strand, maybe 30s, 29. As we let's dive in here a little bit deeper, 29, 30 degrees for the Grand Strand as the morning kind of goes on. Those temperatures will warm up, and we'll go right in here to Myrtle Beach. So 29 degrees Monday morning. And as we go through the day, we're warming up into the 40s, luckily for the day, is what the GFS is showing. We could switch this over to the Euro and see what that shows. But all in all, as we get closer to the 21st, 22nd, you can see those temperatures really start to decrease for our highs, at least throughout the day. This is 4 p.m. on the 22nd, 32 degrees at freezing. So that's lining us up to get into that winter storm here that is supposedly coming here. So we're looking the 22nd, Wednesday, 22nd into 23rd. Right here, we're on at 1 a.m. on the 23rd. Temperatures down to 28 and dropping as we go, increasing from that point as we go. But really, by 1 p.m. on Thursday, we're still just slightly above freezing, which could impact a little bit here. This is where I'm kind of thinking the GFS wants to show, maybe we suck a little bit of warm air in off the coast. But my timing here, or my thinking here, is for this winter storm potential, accumulations, we don't really know, but I think this area here, including the Myrtle Beach coast up to North Myrtle Beach, we could see that potential for maybe some freezing rain and sleet during certain portions of this storm. And I'll show you that why this is what the GFS is calling, and we'll see that on the models here as we go. So very, very cold through much of the country. I mean, look up here into the Dakotas, 4 degrees. You got negative temperatures up here. Wisconsin area. Look at that, negative temps at 7 o'clock at night. Let's 4 p.m. negatives. 1 p.m. -6. So look at that, -16. That's crazy. 4 a.m. in the morning. So very, very cold temps coming as a part of this Arctic blast that's working its way through most of the country. I mean, this huge swath of the country is just covered in that cold temperatures, all the way down into parts of Florida. Texas is all in it. So very, very cold temperatures as we kind of move through the next few days and week. So let's kind of jump in over here we'll hide the radar, and we're going to jump right on into models. We're going to start with pivotal weather here. We're going to start on the GFS. This is the latest 12Z run of the GFS precipitation type, and we're going to run that out to take a look at. So as far as precipitation with this winter storm, when is it going to start? So we're looking, the GFS is wanting to show us around 10 p.m. on Wednesday. Precipitation starts working its way into the central and western portions of the state at that point. And we kind of work through by 1 a.m. We've got a good chance of that snow here, but also mixing. The GFS wants to mix it a little bit with some freezing rain down Charleston area, Savannah, Georgia area. So a little bit of mixed precipitation down there, but for the most part, by this point at 1 a.m., pretty much snow blanketing pretty much everything. And as we move through the night, this is going to be let me look at the time here on this. This will be 4 a.m. on Wednesday. So we're starting, go back here. So Tuesday night, look, we got snow down here over portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama's getting snow. You've got some freezing precipitation right along the coast of Louisiana, Texas, down in probably Dallas area or Houston area. And then eventually, like I said, by about 10 p.m., you've got snow working into our area Wednesday night. And by 7 a.m., everything is out of here. So this is the GFS model, okay? So timing on that is Wednesday around 10 p.m. through 1 p.m. Thursday on the GFS. Everything should be pretty much out of here and good to go. And I say 1 p.m. Because it does linger here a little bit. Maybe not quite for us, but just kind of that low pressure is moving up, which could bring a little bit more precipitation to our area. But I say 1 p.m. just for that main reason. Really, 7 a.m. we're done. So now let's take a peek here. We'll bring up the Euro. And on the Euro, we're going to start here at hour 84. We'll go to 78 once and see. If everything will load here for me. Just give that a quick second here. There, okay. So by hour 84, that's going to be 7 p.m. So the Euro's calling 7 p.m. on Wednesday. We've got snow and some freezing precipitation again down there in parts of Charleston, Savannah, Georgia, along the coast there, Georgia, Charleston area. For the most part, snow for our area here. And as we move through, this is going to be 1 a.m. on Wednesday morning. So we've got this will be 7 p.m. Wednesday, or sorry, 7 p.m. Tuesday, and then 1 a.m. Wednesday. You can see that freezing precipitation here along the coast, right on the coastline. So portions of the city of Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, Garden City, Surfside, all the way down into pretty much the panhandle of Florida, that whole line of freezing precipitation. Now, this could be freezing rain. It could be sleet. We really don't know. But if you look right on the other side of that, you got this heavy band of snow directly behind it. So this would cover your areas like Carolina Forest, into Conway, portions of those areas. And we'll take a look at this on Futurecast on both models and kind of see what we're looking at as far as where that precipitation goes. But again, this is the Euro. So as far as timing on the Euro, let's go work through this. So here we are at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, and it's out of here. So this brings it in Tuesday, 7 p.m. into Wednesday, around 7 a.m. So again, so the GFS is bringing in 10 p.m. Wednesday and out of here 1 p.m. on Thursday. So we're kind of a little off on timing as we kind of work through this. And again, let's go back to the GFS here. And we'll start that. Sorry, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. We'll start that here at 10 p.m. on Tuesday. And so 10 p.m. Tuesday through, work that through 7 a.m. on Wednesday, it's out of here. So we're pretty much a day apart on the GFS and the Euro. So we've got, I'm making notes as I kind of go through this too. So 10 p.m. Tuesday. So the GFS, okay? So 10 p.m. Tuesday to 7 a.m. Wednesday is where we're looking at most of our chances here. So pardon me as I'm working on some notes here to kind of keep track of trends. I'm trying to see my timing between model runs, so I keep a nice notepad of all of that information as we kind of work through, just so I can analyze myself a little bit better and bring you guys a better forecast. So now let's switch back here to the Euro and just double check our timing here. So I have 84. So timing anywhere between 1 p.m. on Tuesday to 7 p.m. Tuesday. Okay, so we've got Tuesday. So I'm going to put 7 p.m. Tuesday. And then we're going out to by 7 a.m. Wednesday. All of the precipitation's out of here, and this is on the Euro. So timing for Euro is 7 p.m. Tuesday, between 4 to 7 p.m. Tuesday into Wednesday. Everything's out of here by Wednesday morning, according to the Euro. Now let's switch gears here, and we're going to look at an ensemble. We're going to go with the GEFS ensemble. And this isn't going to give us the same type of map here. So what we're going to look at here on this is going to be precipitation. We're going to switch over here to the GEFS on the College of DuPage website here, and kind of go through the mean. We're going to do the ensemble precipitation first. So ensemble precipitation here, we're going to start at hour 90. And as you can see, this is a blend of members, okay? So as you look over this, you're seeing what each individual member is showing as far as precipitation. And this is, we're kind of filtering through these to try and get where most of the ensemble members kind of agree to give us basically that time frame of when we expect precipitation to start and when we expect precipitation to be out of here. So as we look over this, I have noted here that precipitation roughly around 7. See, this is the GEFS is showing 7 p.m. Wednesday. So 7 p.m. Wednesday. And then we go through and we are looking here at 7 a.m. So 10 p.m. Tuesday, sorry, and down through 7 a.m. Wednesday. So we've got 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. Tuesday. 7 a.m. Wednesday. So here we are. Let's go back here. This is going to be 7 p.m. Tuesday. All of these, the majority of these members kind of indicate precipitation, winter precipitation in the form of snow, freezing rain, moving into portions of South Carolina at that time. Okay, so then we transition through these. We go to 96. Most of the members still showing precipitation out to 7 a.m. on Wednesday. We have the majority of them still showing just a little bit of precipitation. And by 1 p.m. on Wednesday, they're all kind of in, with the exception of this member right here, which is kind of cut off on your screen a little bit. That one is still pretty much, that one and member 16 here are still showing a little bit of precipitation. And I believe they kind of fade off there, by 7 p.m. Thursday. So timing on the GEFS is going to be 7 p.m. Tuesday to roughly 7 a.m. as far as major impacts go of snow or freezing precipitation on Wednesday. So 7 p.m. Tuesday, 7 a.m. Wednesday. So the Euro was 7 p.m. on Tuesday to 7 a.m. Wednesday. The GFS was 10 p.m. Tuesday to 7 a.m. Wednesday. So we're starting to align on the time frame. So looking like this is going to be an overnight pattern through most of these models. So the model guidance as of 12Z today is showing this trend of the timing. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at right now as far as timing goes. Now let's check this 12Z run here. I just want to compare with my notes here. This is the 12Z of the GEFS. So we'll start at 90. And that looks pretty good. That's 1 a.m. Wednesday. We can move back a little bit. This is going to be 7 p.m. Tuesday. So we're still trending in the right direction there. I apologize. The model that I was showing you a couple minutes ago was actually the 06 run. This is the updated 12Z, but we're still on track with time. Let's check the final here. So this is going to be, this will be 1 p.m. On Wednesday. You can kind of see, but we're going to go to the 7 a.m. and most of the members kind of agree on some precipitation still lingering here around, but for the most part, I'm going to call that 7 to 10 a.m. is going to be pretty much out of here. Tuesday into Wednesday is what our timing's looking like, anywhere from 4 p.m. Tuesday to 10 a.m. Wednesday as far as impacts go. Now, people are going to ask a little bit about accumulation. Okay, so the only thing we can do with accumulation is look at the number one, the model runs, and kind of look at a trend between the three model runs that I'm choosing to kind of look through, and that's going to be the GFS, the Euro, and the GEFS. So the GEFS, again, is that ensemble. So we can look at mean snow accumulation on the GEFS, and this is going to be through 18Z on Wednesday. So I'm going to go up one. And it does kind of show a little bit of increase Thursday into Friday. I'm not sure where those snow totals are coming from at this point, but I'm going to go 18Z Thursday. So we'll do 18Z Thursday, and this is going to show about I'd say roughly anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches of snow. for the most part. As you get, and that's right here on the coast. So as you get out into portions of Conway and other places, you're looking a little bit less than that. Let me shrink this down here. All right, so now we're going to take a peek at the euro here. So the euro through 18Z Thursday, that's getting a little aggressive. 6 inches of snow, 5.9. We've got 6.9, 5.9. So this is a little aggressive. So the GEFS, I think, is going to be more of our, the euro might be an outlier on this. The euro's been kind of showing this pretty strong, but the euro's been pretty accurate as far as the entire length of forecasting here over the past couple days. The euro has been pretty good. So 6 inches of snow in Myrtle Beach, can it happen? Sure. Is it likely? I don't think so. Just given what we're seeing as far as how the models are trending together. And the GFS through 18Z really not showing much of anything. And I think that's because of this is including that precipitation where we're kind of on that freezing rain, sleet precipitation, maybe not as much snow at that point. But we can definitely, let's jump over here to the 12Z. And as you see, the 12Z GFS kind of ramps up here into that 1.3, 1.4 inches of snow. So as you kind of go from the 0.6 today, this is this morning, into the 12Z, we're going from less than an inch to a little over an inch to an inch and a half. So that's trending in the higher accumulation amount direction. Now let's go back here to the euro, and we will look at the latest run on that, which is the morning run, the 0.6, and that's showing that 6 inches of snow, 6.9, 5.8 along the Grand Strand area. So let's pull up again the GEFS, and we'll go mean snow accumulation. And this one, you can see that long, look at all that snowfall down there in Louisiana, 3.8 inches, almost 4 inches there, parts of Louisiana, but up into South Carolina. And I apologize that you can't see that very well. Let me pull this down. There we go. Okay, so through the 18Z run Thursday, the GEFS is giving us, and this is based on the 12Z, about an inch and a half. So kind of very similar to the GFS. The Euro's much higher, but the GEFS is ensembles. So that's going to kind of give us what all of the model trends are kind of showing. So the GEFS right now, about an inch and a half of snow in the Myrtle Beach area. So let's go back here one more time, and we'll run that GFS now that you can kind of see. Let's do 10:1. And that's where we're getting that 1.4 inches as of the 12Z run today. And again, one more time, the euro 18Z based on the latest, that's the 06. Again, that let's come over here and see if I can get you guys down and in a little bit more. There, now we can see Myrtle Beach. Look at that. So here, 6.9 inches of snow. This is crazy numbers here to think about. 7.2 up along the border, the North Myrtle Beach, Little River, Calabash area, and then up into North Carolina. 8.6 inches along the coast of North Carolina. So that's what the euro is showing. I'm going to kind of play privy to most likely this right here is our 12Z run here of the GFS, giving us that 1.5 inches. That's kind of, as of the way things are lining up right now, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And that is going to be that 1.5 inches to 2 inches of snow. Now that's probably going to change within the next couple hours, maybe as the 18Z run comes out of the GFS, and we get another run of the euro, and we'll see kind of where things are trending from there. I've got my notes here, so we're going to continue to keep track of what's happening as far as the timing, accumulation, and the strength of this low pressure system. We do know that it is forecast to strengthen slightly, but still very, very unknown as far as the track it goes at this point right now. So we still have a couple days. We're still a few days out away from this. So, you know, that we do run that risk that that storm could track a little bit south and out to the Atlantic, pulling a lot of that moisture that we need away from the coast. We do run that risk here that it tracks a little bit more northerly and takes that northerly approach up over the Atlantic, which increases our threat for the heavy snowfall amounts and accumulation here along the Grand Strand and along the coast. So out into Conway, maybe even out into parts of Florence, a little bit heavier snowfall. And I think that that's where you're looking at this euro. And I think that that's what the euro wants to kind of portray here as far as accumulation goes, that little bit northerly track of that low pressure system as it works its way across the Gulf, across Florida, and out into the Atlantic, coming a little bit more northerly than what the other models are showing. So we're going to keep a close eye on that, and we can look here at the euro and take a peek at when that low pressure system shows up. You can kind of see that more. Let's do a loop here, and we'll run that out through. So here we are at 7 p.m. I'll come over here and move this for you here. Let's go up. There we go. Okay, so see, that shows, you can see that bump where it looks like it wants this. If you take a peek at, just follow this low pressure as it kind of scoots across. Here it looks like it wants to shoot down to the southern portions of Florida, but then all of a sudden now it reappears. So between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. it reappears here in the Atlantic taking that northern approach. So you're getting, this is the optimal scenario. The Euro's showing us the optimal scenario for that snow and heavier accumulation. However, it does bring a little bit, it's going to be just south enough to bring and suck in a little bit of warm air in the upper levels and kind of give us some of this freezing precipitation right along the coast. So that's what the Euro is showing. The GFS is a little bit different. The GFS is bringing it doesn't even show that low fully developing until it's out here in the Atlantic, a little bit further south and east in the Atlantic, which is going to, number one, bring us a little bit less accumulation, a little bit less snow, probably a little bit more in the way of snow, because you can see this freezing precipitation really kind of sticks down towards Savannah, Charleston area, and brings in a lot of that snow here in the Grand Strand area, stretching through much of South Carolina at that point. So really track is going to be a big thing. So we're going to watch that, those three things here. We're going to be watching the timing, number one. We're going to be watching the strength of the system. And so the GFS is actually coming in a little bit weaker than the Euro based on these two models right now, on those two model runs. So the GFS is 12Z, 1017 millibar. The Euro is bringing in 1012 millibar, so slightly stronger than what the GFS is, and the Euro definitely shows that on the model. You know, you can definitely see a stronger storm between the Euro than you do the GFS. So definitely timing, accumulation, and strength of the storm are the three things that we're going to be looking at over the next 24, 48 hours. Hopefully by tomorrow night, we'll be able to nail down some of this a little bit better, especially into Monday night. So we're going to be continuing to monitor this. We want to thank you guys for joining and tuning in today. Please do us a favor and like, share, and comment on our feeds. That allows us to keep doing what we're doing and allows us to know that you guys are watching. So this is what we're kind of going for. Let's look at a couple comments here. Ford Duncan says, I'm Team Euro. Let's go. I'm definitely in that with you for sure. I'm super excited to see if the Euro actually comes to fruition here and verifies over the next couple hours or the next couple days and hours. And super excited for that. Chuck Russo says, no way. There's a lot of non-believers. This isn't the first time that we'll get some snow here in Myrtle Beach. But you know, this is just, at this point, so many variables, so many unknowns. What I can tell you is we will have some kind of wintry precipitation. There's no doubt about that at this point. We're kind of past that track for rain, but there's still that possibility that this thing could kick out farther south and bring us sunny skies and just freaking cold temperatures. But what good's cold temperatures without a little bit of winter precipitation? It's just robbery at that point. So we're going to hope that the good Lord blesses us with at least something to enjoy for a couple hours. And we can expect that when we do, if we do get this snow precipitation and any accumulation, it's probably going to stick around for a couple days as that polar vortex is and that Arctic blast is really going to work in here and infiltrate our area for quite some time, and allowing some of that precipitation to kind of linger around a little bit longer on the ground after it's accumulated. So we'll keep a close eye on it. But a lot of non-believers, people very angry that the snow's coming. They're out taking all the bread and milk off the shelves at Walmart and causing major hysteria. But this, snowstorms in the south are not like snowstorms in the north. We're definitely not going to be snowed in by any means. This is very, very easy to come and then eventually go. So nothing really to worry about as far as that. No need to go to the store and buy up all the food. So this is not a major catastrophe of a storm here. This is going to be very quick moving. As we look at times, you're looking 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., so 12 hours. Even if you go a little bit sooner than that on Tuesday, say 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. Wednesday, it's out of here. So very quick moving storm. Accumulations, we just don't know at this point. So we're going to keep a close eye on that and kind of move through. But what does the Futurecast show? What are we looking at as far as Futurecast? Well, let's bring that up here. So this is the GFS. We're going to take a peek at precipitation type. And we'll run that as soon as it loads for me here. We'll come back. And let's bring up Myrtle Beach. So Futurecast here in Myrtle Beach wants to show there's the 10 p.m. Tuesday. Precipitation's coming in. 1 a.m. still snow here in Myrtle Beach. 4 a.m. still snowing. And by 7 a.m., like I said on the models, it's out of here. Does show maybe a little bit of lingering snow here as a band wants to work through into the Charleston, Savannah area around 10 a.m. But for the most part, this is interesting. On Thursday at 1 a.m., it wants to show a little bit of freezing rain, snow mixture kind of working in on the coast. And then again, by 4 a.m. Thursday, into 7 a.m. Thursday, 10 a.m., and then eventually working its way through, ending as a little bit of rain. So we'll see. I mean, who knows if that's even a possibility. But I think if we look at temps at that time, we're sitting at 33, so maybe a little bit of freezing rain at that point. Let's bounce between that precipitation type and so let's run this back here. Let's see where we're at as far as temperatures. So this is 4 a.m. freezing rain. This is Thursday, everybody. So Thursday, we went through that storm. Everything cleared out. So 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Tuesday, 1 a.m. Wednesday, 4 a.m. Wednesday, by 7 a.m. Wednesday, out of here. And then about 1 a.m. Thursday into 4 a.m. to 7 and 10. So let's see what the temperatures are at 7 a.m. So let's pull up temperature. There, so 28.7 degrees. So I think, we're probably looking at snow at that point, if this even happens. This is just kind of one of those, I think it's a little bit of an outlier, just showing a little bit of extra precipitation kicking in off the back end of that low pressure system as it works its way north and east into the Atlantic. So nothing major there to really worry about too much, I don't think, at that point. And even so, it's going to be overnight. So not a whole lot to worry about. Total snowfall, let's see the GFS through. Let's let that load here. Like I said, my maps are loading really slow today for some reason, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But through, let's just run this out to, we'll go out to the 26th. So the 26th GFS showing 1.2 inches here. Specific areas, looks like you're getting, down near Georgetown, 2.5 inches. 1.4, let's go Carolina Forest. 1.3 inches, Carolina Forest area. See, Myrtle Beach, 1.3. North Myrtle Beach, for those of you in North, where were you? 2.1 right along the coast. 1.2 for North Myrtle Beach, Little River. You're all kind of in that same area. So that's the GFS. Let's switch that and go to the Euro. And we're going to run that out through #23rd, #24th, #25th, #26th. So 7 a.m. on the 26th. This is, we'll do Snowfall. Doesn't want to give us that. So this run doesn't have anything for us yet. But that's okay. That's okay. Was just trying to see if I could get something for you guys here, but doesn't want to give me that. Let's pull up and see if we can bring up anything for here. And we'll run that out. It's not going to get us out. This is a short-term model. So, but anyway, as that kind of goes, if we look at the maps for accumulation, the Euros showing that 6 inches plus, if that happens, wonderful. If it doesn't, no big deal. I'm really not going to be that upset about it. But you just never know. You never know. So we're just going to zoom out here. This is current radar for today. Rain showers are kind of moving out of the area. In behind it, let's go to Columbia. Showing nothing right now on radar. Let's go out here to Georgia, Jacksonville. So really nothing as far as precipitation goes right now. Futurecast for today. We'll go through futurecast for today and into tomorrow. We'll run reflectivity. So futurecast for today from 10 a.m. on. Pardon my kids in the background. So pretty much clear here. 1 a.m. we start getting back into some rain here. By 4 a.m. we've got some rain working through, and then eventually clearing out into Sunday, and then into Monday and Tuesday before we start getting our snowfall moving through. So not a whole lot to really talk about as far as rain for today. Into tomorrow, we'll have some scattered showers tomorrow, but eventually clearing out as the day goes on. Our big watch, again, is going to be our winter storm coming for next week. So could take a close deep dive into this as our next models come. Tomorrow we will be back with another emergency update to kind of update you on what we're looking at. But as far as what we're looking for right now is number 1, timing, number 2, strength of the storm, and number 3, total accumulation. Still a little too early to make a call on any of that, as things can drastically change as we move through, but we will definitely keep you informed and keep you updated. So I want to thank you for tuning in today to this Coastal Cast emergency update. Please smash that like button and the share button, leave us some comments, and definitely follow us for future updates on storm systems and this Arctic blast and the potential winter storm for the Southeast. We're excited to bring you this information, and we will be preparing for our chase as this gets a little bit closer and we get some better timing on what's going to happen. So please like, comment, and share. And we will be back tomorrow with you again with another emergency update. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.